Hey, what's up, fellas? This is JAUNZEMIS. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys some of the basic things that you should be doing if you're just getting into game. And today's video is specifically going to focus on how to make a graph so that you can keep stats on how many different girls that you're closing, that you're fucking. So let's get into it. Alright, so basically today's video is going to be all about lay count. And if you guys are starting fresh in this game, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're a virgin, if you've been at this game for years and you have hundreds of different women under your belt, this technique will help you to keep track of the women that you're closing better. Closing means like a full close, the full Monty. That means that you got your dick inside of the girl's pussy, that you got a new score, and that basically is like an extra trophy to your trophy wall, to your what's called lay count, or LC, or total score, which is abbreviated as TS, or your body count, which is abbreviated as BC. So lay count, body count, total score, it's all the same thing depending on whatever terminology you prefer. And so the way to make this chart basically is you're going to have an x-axis and a y-axis. The x-axis is the amount of girls that you fuck. So each girl is going to be a +1, right? So if you are a virgin, it's 0 right now. And if you have sex with your first girl, that's a +1 to your lay count, and you get 1 score. And on the y-axis, on the bottom, that's going to be the amount of time in game. So that might be whenever you started. We don't know, I don't know you, so I don't know if you might have been in this game for 10 years already and have a 450 lay count. So you might be starting from that. Or you might be a guy who never got laid in high school or even college, and you're just watching my videos now, learning like, oh wow, there's a science to how to pick up women, and I can get laid in 45 minutes if I follow Ryan's secret formula in my book, How to Pick Up Hot Women. All of this, including how to make this graph, is in the book. Highly recommend that you get on Amazon and check it out. It's only $6 for the Kindle. It's 600 pages, and it's full of thousands of tips, techniques, and strategies, and cognitive tools, and things like that to help you to achieve more success with women and dating. But basically, like, this graph will let you know your progression in the game. If you're new to the game and you have never gotten any formal training before, it's important because you want to know exactly how often that you're actually closing girls. I mean, we're talking about getting real results here, not just talking about getting laid, not just talking about approaching women. We're not talking about just getting phone numbers. We're actually talking about scoring. We're talking about getting the touchdown. We're talking about getting your dick inside of a girl's pussy. Picking up a girl is one thing, meaning to get her phone number. Technically, what constitutes a pickup is basically getting a girl's contact information who you haven't previously before yet met. So if I drive out to a bar or a nightclub and I cold approach a girl, meaning I've never talked to her before, I didn't know her from work, I didn't know her in high school, I've never met her, and I start talking to her, and then I say, give me your phone number. She gives me her phone number. That is a pickup, but that's not getting laid. Picking up girls is good because the more phone numbers that you get, the more leads that you get, what I like to call it, will lead you to more dates, which will ultimately lead you to more sexual opportunities. But when it really comes down to it, the brass tacks of everything is actually getting your dick inside of the girl's pussy. Now, what counts as a score? Well, for a guy, as soon as your tip of your dick touches the girl's pussy lips, if she got naked and spread her legs and you got your dick right there, even if you're only half hard, you're fucking drunk as fuck, you got whiskey dick, if you manage to touch your dickhead to the girl's pussy lips, condom or not, you get a +1 to your lay count. Congratulations. Ideally, obviously, it's better if you're fucking hard as a rock and you're gonna fucking pound that shit all the way until you come, but realistically, as long as your dick fucking touches the girl's pussy, you're gold. You got a +1. The other part to this graph is basically what you want to do. I started doing it in Microsoft Word. I use Excel spreadsheets now, but basically you can do it any way you want. You can do it in PowerPoint or Photoshop or however you want to do it, or you can do it in Microsoft Paint. I don't give a fuck. The idea is, if you can, try to get a picture of the girl, even if it's a pump and dump, right? If it's like one time you met the girl, you got her Facebook, you guys went out on like one date, you guys fucked, and then you ghost her afterwards, you block her from your phone, you should still go onto her Facebook and get like a copy of her default picture so you have it for your records. And what you want to do is, like, let's say the girl's name is Elizabeth, you put Elizabeth's picture right there, you put her name, Elizabeth Smith, and then you might want to write what's called a lay report or a field report, kind of just a few sentences or a couple of paragraphs kind of describing how you approached her, how you picked her up, how the interaction went, how many hours it took or how many minutes it took to get the sex, and the date that it happened. So her picture, a brief description about what happened, a lay report, a field report, the time it took to seduce her fully from open to close, whether it was 5 minutes or 15 minutes, where you met her like on the dance floor in a club, she was drunk, and you guys basically took off to the club bathroom and she sucked your dick and you bent her over the sink and stuck it in her from behind. 15 minutes. Or it might have been more formal, where you approached her, you got her number, you guys went on a dinner date, and then the next day you had a second date to go ice skating, and then you had a third date to go to the movies, and then you ended up back at your house to watch a movie at your house, and then you guys fucked on the couch or something like that, or in front of the fireplace on a shag rug. However it happened, write that little description, then what's called total accumulated time, TAC. How much time accumulated from the time that you approached her and talked to her and got her phone number? How much time did you spend on the phone texting back and forth? You know, maybe that was 15 minutes that you approached her, talked to her, got her phone number. You texted back and forth for like 20 minutes. So right there, that's like 45 minutes total accumulated time. Then you guys went out on a first date to dinner and watched a movie afterwards. That might have been like 3 hours. So now you have 3 hours and 45 minutes, and then the time it took to get back to your house. So maybe like the whole seduction altogether took like 5, 6, 7 hours or whatever. So write that down, and it's good to keep track of that, because it's really good to look back at your progress over time to see if you're able to seduce girls faster and faster. Ideally, if you can fuck a girl and get your dick inside of her pussy on the first date as opposed to the 4th date, which one do you think is better? At the end of the day, you're still getting the same result. You're getting your dick inside of the girl's pussy. So why not focus on doing it faster? The faster that you can fuck the girl, the better a seducer that you are. The more of a man you are, the more high value that you are. And the faster that you fuck the girl, the better that you're gonna feel afterwards. Because if you got such tight game that you're able to meet her on a dance floor and basically spit a little game in her ear and say, you know, sneak off to the bathroom real quick, I wanna show you something on my phone, you fucking rail her out in the club toilet, like within like 10 minutes of meeting her, you are gonna fucking feel like the man. And over time, you know, as you get more and more lays and you build your body count, I hate fucking speed bumps. You should get rid of these fucking speed bumps. The more girls that you fuck, as you notice, your score will start incrementally going up. The more that you go out gaming, the more you talk to girls. Right now it might be hit or miss, but if you really focus on the game, I hate these fucking speed bumps, dude. You focus on the game more, and you basically start going out 4, 5, 6, 7 nights a week, and you're working massive volume. You're talking to like hundreds of girls per week, getting phone numbers, getting back on the phone, calling them up, setting up dates, getting them back to your house and fucking them and just railing them out one after the other. You'll start noticing that graph, you get more and more little check marks, little dots. You get more and more little dots on your graph, and your trophy wall just starts getting bigger and bigger. And as you get more experience in the game, you will exponentially become a better seducer, because you're gonna be so used to going out fucking girls and talking to them and dealing with all the little nuances and all the things that go on during an interaction. You'll start to develop a better and better strategy, and over the course of a few months of doing this consistently, you'll end up getting better and better results, to the point where eventually picking up girls just becomes a part of your life, and it's not like it's not like a thing anymore. It's just something that you do. It comes naturally, and you'll just naturally start fucking smashing 2 to 3 new girls a week, maybe even 4 or 5, depending on the amount of time that you've got to, you know, devote to this game. And I hope that you try this technique, make a graph, and see how it works for you, because once you start looking at the graph, it's gonna, I remember when I first was doing it, and I started seeing those numbers improving, and that would motivate me, because then I'd be like, oh fuck, like I'm getting laid, I can get laid by more girls, I get laid by more girls, and that would push me to go out more and more and keep talking to chicks and keep fucking getting numbers and keep converting those numbers to dates, and then keep converting those dates into lays. And that's how game works. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Leave your comments in the box below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I gotta get to work. I'm running late. I have like fucking 2 minutes to walk over to the next block. So we'll see you on the next one. Good luck and game on, fellas. Peace.